Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
The 31st annual Great Nanaimo Toy Drive is in full swing. It's time to reach into your pockets, into your toy box, and give to families in this community and children who need the help. Former NHL player Theo Fleury skates into Nanaimo. Will the NDP stay in opposition forever? This week in BC, and Eco Kids, a party outside. That and more in the next 30 minutes. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, and yes, the 31st annual Great Nanaimo Toy Drive is in full swing. Can you imagine being the parent or the child who wakes up on Christmas morning to nothing under the Christmas tree? Unfortunately, it is a reality for way too many families right here in Nanaimo. That's why the Toy Drive exists. There are two parts to it: registering it if you need help, and helping if you can. We're going to tell you how you can do both later on this edition of Go Island. But first, Theo Fleury is a hockey legend, most known for his time on the ice with the Calgary Flames. His book, Playing with Fire, sent shockwaves through the hockey community, telling the story of his abuse at the hands of his coach when he was only a young player. He was in Nanaimo recently. Here's Kelly Robinson. There were 750 families in Nanaimo who received gifts from the Great Nanaimo Toy Drive last year. That represents almost 1,800 kids. Imagine being a parent and not being able to communicate with Santa because of a lack of resources to get those gifts under the tree on Christmas morning. There might be a little bit of an assumption in Nanaimo, Carolyn, that it's the South End families that need the help.
You know, families need help all over Nanaimo. Somebody could have lost their job in the house next door to you. Someone could have been suffering an illness all day long and just not have the resources that will enable them to have a Christmas for their children. So it's not true. We have people in need throughout our city.
And how hard is it when the families come to you and register? And first of all, maybe tell me a bit about that process. If you're a family in need, it's not an easy thing.
No, it's very disconcerting for them. They feel very, very bad. We've had tears at the registration table and shaking, and we always try to say, you know, karma happens. The wheel turns. And many of the families who have received gifts in the past are now some of our best volunteers. So life moves on, and they find themselves in a better position and a position to give back. And then you know what happens? They're giving back of their time or their talents, and they get a gift too, because when the giver gives, they feel better, and everyone wins.
Absolutely. Now we're just going to back up and put in context, in case you don't know, after 31 years in operation,
that's right,
what the Great Nanaimo Toy Drive is. How does it work, and what's the objective?
Well, the objective is that no child in need would go without a Christmas present on Christmas morning. It's really important to us, and it was important to Dorothy Gaspardoni, our average mother who decided that no child on her watch was going to be without a Christmas gift. She gathered Altrusa members, the Nanaimo Correction Center, and today we look to all the citizens of Nanaimo, from little kids to teens to grandparents. Everyone can help. We need everyone to join us. Working together, you bring the presents, we'll make sure distribution happens, and that's really what the Great Nanaimo Toy Drive is about. It's about Nanaimo helping their kids.
And it's for kids age 0 to 16.
That's right.
And if you are one of those families, how do you register? Because now's the time, and what's the deadline?
Well, the registration is ongoing at many of the food banks throughout Nanaimo. The open registration for anybody, whether you are a food bank recipient or not, is the last week in November, the first week in December, 10 to 4 at the old Medill warehouse near Laird, Wheaton, Pontiac. So it's almost at the end of Bowen Road before you hit the highway, and there'll be signs up there. It's 10 to 4, and you can just come on down with your identification cards, care cards, whatever, and we'll get you registered.
Okay, and is there criteria? Are you needing to show that you have this need?
We know that if parents had the money, they would not be coming to us. So it's a self-selection process. It's for parents who have no other resource to find toys. If grandma and grandpa are helping them out, they usually don't come. So these are the families that have not a lot of support, and if you don't have a lot of support and you need toys for your children, come on down to the old Medill warehouse and register the last week in November, first week in December between 10 and 4.
Excellent. Thank you, Carolyn. We're going to tell you how you can donate some toys. There's a lot of processing that happens with those toys. I've seen it in action, and it is overwhelming, the generosity that Nanaimo gives to those people who need it. And it's also overwhelming to think that there are families in a position of having to think about their child not having a gift under the tree this year. We're going to come back with more information on the 31st annual Great Nanaimo Toy Drive after a very short break. The NDP has 3 wins in 43 years. Sean Leslie has This Week in BC. Win tickets with Kim Rock and the benefits of nature to kids. That and more still to come today on Go.
Did you know that Cameron Lake is on the way out to Cathedral Grove, and that many people think that there is a Cameron Lake monster? Cami is about 30 pounds and up to 3 meters in length, so watch for her.
Today on Go Island, we are talking about how you can participate as a recipient family or a donor to the Great Nanaimo Toy Drive. Later on this edition of Go Island, we'll talk to some members of the Nanaimo Clippers about how they participate and a little walk down memory lane about some of their favorite gifts that they received as children or young adults. If you'd like more information on the Great Nanaimo Toy Drive, they have a website. It is thegreatnanaimotoydrive.ca. We're going to head down to Victoria now. Sean Leslie, This Week in BC. The NDP has lost 4 elections in a row now and have only had 3 wins in the last 43 years. This week, the party will meet in Vancouver. Delegates are going to get serious, perhaps, about winning, or will they be spinning their wheels and stay in opposition forever? Here's Sean Leslie. Well, it's a pretty good thing that the Clippers are doing better at their winning average than the NDP. The Nanaimo Clippers are here, some of them, to look back on some of their favorite Christmas gifts ever received. Name and number first.
I'm Scott Pryor, I'm number 9, and my favorite gift was probably a hockey stick.
A hockey stick. I should have seen that one coming. How about you?
I'm Brennan Taylor, I'm number 19, and my favorite gift was a bike.
A bike, another good one. Very physical. Thanks.
Colton Dolan, number 4, and my favorite gift was a pair of hockey skates.
No digital technology yet.
I'm Devin Brasso, my number's 27, and my favorite Christmas gift's gotta be my Xbox 360.
Ah, there we go. And what do you play on it?
NHL mostly, yeah.
I knew there was going to be sports and activity in there somewhere. Jen Kennedy is the marketing director for the Nanaimo Clippers. Why are you guys here today, and how are you connected to the Great Nanaimo Toy Drive?
It's our 3rd season since I've been involved that we're participating in the teddy bear toss. So December 7th, when we play the Chilliwack Chiefs at Frank Crane Arena, everybody has an opportunity to bring in a unwrapped teddy bear, and when we score our first goal, toss it on the ice. It's a fun activity, creates a lot of excitement for the toy drive, and provides a whole bunch of gifts for kids in Nanaimo. So we're really excited to participate.
And that just happens randomly then. As soon as these guys score,
it's mayhem. It's teddy bear mayhem, yes. Teddy bears go flying on the ice, and we have a group of minor hockey kids that help us pick them all up, and it's a very exciting day. People phone us well ahead of time to find out when it actually happens. They're really excited to participate and help us help the Nanaimo Toy Drive with their gift for the kids of Nanaimo.
Excellent. Okay, that's December 7th, Frank Crane Arena, the great teddy bear toss at the Clippers game as soon as they score their first of many, many goals in that game, I'm sure. We're going to throw things over now to Kim Rock. She's got a little gift for you, from what I understand, something about a ticket giveaway. Seems to be a week of ticket giveaways here on Go Island. If you like it, we're always open to feedback. kate.bergen@sjrb.ca. Today we are talking about the 31st annual Great Nanaimo Toy Drive. It's now underway. There is time for families to register the last week and first week of December, and there is time for you to donate your toys or cash, and there's lots of ways that local businesses are making that easier for you to do. Save on Foods is no exception. All 3 of their stores in Nanaimo are participating. What are you doing to help people help others?
Well, any toys that are over $5 or a gift card or a game, we're giving the customers 500 points, and we're going to take the toys and all the games and gift cards and everything, put them at the front of the store, and then give them all to the cause.
Okay, it's pretty hard to imagine. Do you have kids at home?
I have two, yeah, a 6 and a 9-year-old.
Can you imagine not being able to
Couldn't imagine.
a gift under the tree?
Couldn't imagine. I think it's a great, great cause.
It's been going for 31 years. Heartbreaking to think that that is a reality for anyone in this community who might not be able to put a gift or communicate with Santa to get that gift under their tree for the kids this year. All 3 stores participating in Nanaimo?
Yeah, Country Club and Woodgrove and Terminal Park.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Colin's new to Nanaimo, moved here from Lethbridge, I believe, and has only been on the job here at Country Club for a week, so welcome to Nanaimo. We're going to be back with more on this edition of Go Island after a short break. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. We are here at Country Club Center in Nanaimo talking about the 31st annual Great Nanaimo Toy Drive, and all 3 of the major shopping centers are drop-off points for unwrapped new gifts that will be given to local families who might otherwise not have a gift under the tree on Christmas morning. We're going to shift gears just a little bit before moving on to our next feature, Eco Kids. The Vancouver Island Symphony is hosting their free community day on Saturday. That's November the 16th. It'll take place at the Port Theatre, and there are 3 free musical activities. There is the Instrument Zoo. You can try out some different instruments. You can meet a musician and hear about why they love the work that they do and the art and the music that they create. And you can come and see what happens at a symphony rehearsal. You can get more information through the Vancouver Island Symphony, their website, vancouverislandsymphony.com. Moving outdoors now, Eco Kids. There's a local woman who has a huge passion for getting kids outside, interacting, even having a party in nature. Here's Rayanne LaPlante. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island. The 31st annual Great Nanaimo Toy Drive is underway. 2 parts, of course. If you're a family in need, there is help available in this community to ensure that you have at least 1 gift for your children under the tree this year. You can register the last week of November, the 25th through the 29th, from 10 until 4 at 2560 Bowen Road in Nanaimo. The website, www.greatnanaimotoydrive.com, is an online source for information there. I believe that registration continues on to the first week of December. You can make donations of new unwrapped toys at any of the 3 major shopping centers here in Nanaimo, or again, go through the website for other ways that you can help with money, toys, or time. Quickly, before we go now, there is a big fundraiser being held in Nanaimo to provide some funds that will hopefully help with some form of relief for the disaster and the destruction following the typhoon in the Philippines. The potluck dinner is being organized by members of the Filipino community here in Nanaimo and other cultural groups as well. They just walked into the Shaw TV building yesterday and said, hey, we're having this potluck party from 4 until 11. It's taking place at St. Peter's Hall downtown, 4 until 11. As I mentioned, that's this Saturday, November the 16th. Potluck dinner. Bring some food. There's no cost to get in. There will be a donation bin at the door, and all those funds will be donated to the Red Cross to help with the situation, as much or as little as we can from here in Nanaimo, to the people in the Philippines who are suffering so badly at the moment. For more information, you can call Ferdy or Susan, 616-6002. I'm overtime as usual. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.